Alright guys, so here's a little mini run scheme I'm doing out of Denver's playbook. We're going to use the pistol strong, and these 4 runs are going to be used. Primarily, we're going to be using the power and ace offset. We're going to mostly be coming over here for Y sail. We use the 0-1 trap a lot though. So we're going to have a look at how this actually works. We've set our depth chart. Now what I do is I put my faster tight end at starting tight end, because I want him to catch this zone peak. And you'll see I'm gonna go over that. So I'll put Gronk at fullback. Having the 2 tight ends is what allows me to audible into ace offset, and I really use these 2 hand in hand. So we're gonna set our audibles. You can use whatever pass play you want. Sometimes I use slant, sometimes I use this one corner HB slit, just because it gives me the same pre-snap setup as the weak dive and the off tackle. I use the weak dive and the off tackle. The off tackle I'm using less and less because it really isn't effective that often. But I tell you what, it's actually good for like short yardage play. Yeah, if you're trying to pick up a yard or 2. And that's mostly because I'm using a tight end. I noticed when I had a running back there, I was able to pick up more yards and have more success with it. But it wasn't, the trade-off isn't worth it. I'd rather be able to audible into ace offset and get those plays, especially wide sale. So for those reasons, I use the 2 tight ends, and we got 2 good tight ends on Tampa Bay. Now you don't have to use Tampa Bay. I tend to pick these hot route master teams, but that's the go-to play. You see, that is the go-to play. More often than not, you're going to be flipping it. That's the power run out of pistol strong. More often than not, you're going to be flipping it, and you're going to let those 2 lead blockers get out and do the work. But you got to look at, you obviously want to look at the edge and see if you have something there. So right now, I'll show you some of the things I'll do in the passing game. Quite often, if I'm in slant, I'm either bringing over the fullback or the tight end, and I'm putting them on this corner route. And more often than not, it's going to be the tight end. So I just like to mix it up sometimes. So here, I don't mind running dive, but you got so many guys come down into the box. I would probably go to Y sail, because I get nice quick reads. But let's see. Okay, no, we're going back to the slant split. Oh yeah, so I'm just showing how I would do it with the tight end or the fullback, and that works. So you just get out, you get a quick pass. So I like keeping slant in there. I find that the slant and the Y sail are 2 very good quick passing plays to mix in with these runs. See, so that's a good look to run the dive, and you see we were successful with it. So like I said, the other runs you are more kind of mixed in when you see the right look, but the power out of pistol strong is what you're running most of the time. The power O works very well, but right here you see how that DB is playing off. So this is the peak play. This is why I want the fast tight end at tight end, because he can catch this and get upfield. Gronk's terribly slow. Gronk won't be able to get upfield with this. So that's going to keep your opponent honest. See, again, they're bringing guys down into the box. Let me show you sail this time. So with sail, all you got to do is put Y on an out route. You can change that that corner route to an apprentice corner route if you want, and I tend to do that depending on the look. Fournette can't catch. I'm sorry, Rojo can't catch apparently. So this isn't a bad one to flip it and run. Yeah, you see you got 3 guys there, you got a little bit of space, so you just wait for those guys to get the blocks, and there you go. And now this isn't an explosive run scheme. This isn't what it is, strong wing, where you're just gonna be blowing people over. But you're gonna consistently pick up 5 to 7 yards, and every now and again you'll break a long run, and you got decent pass play. So this is a good one to control the clock, get up and down the field, and Denver actually has some good passing offense, which I'm gonna be showing in my next mini scheme. I'll be using spread, and I'll be using Trey wide flex. I might even grab something else. I know they have those 2 in there. I'll see what else they got in there. But the spread and the Trey wide flex, very good passing sets out of Broncos. But you see, this I should have followed this guy to the outside. I had the block and I tried to go inside. So you get good blocking, and that was the power O from ace offset. So here you go again. We're gonna go for our main run, and there you go. You just pick up 5 yards, and you keep that clock moving. So I mean, depending on your play style, you can come out in this and milk the clock all game, or if you wait until you're ahead and just run the clock out. You know, it makes a good 4-minute offense. Now, if you're facing somebody like a Cameron Hayward, you're gonna need to double team him, because Cameron Hayward's an animal. He gets off those blocks and he destroys inside runs. So make sure you don't leave Cameron Hayward on a counter for like I did right there. because it's not gonna go out for you. So now let's have a look. Yeah, that got blown up, and that's gonna happen. You're gonna get shed. You're not always gonna make the move. So here I'm either flipping it or I'm passing it. It's a pretty heavy box, and the sale will work well here because the running back will probably get out and be open. But we're gonna try to run it because I'm trying to show these runs, so that's okay. And they go to 0-1 trap, yeah. And we're just gonna run it to the edge. You get the blocks. See, it's not a bad run when you don't flip it. It's not a bad run when you don't flip it, but it's usually better flip. You really just gotta read the defense, obviously. So this is the HB off tackle. Like I said, I'm using this less now because I'm finding it's just not as effective. And more often than not, you end up going up the middle as opposed to really off tackle, which is why it ends up being a good short yardage run. So we're gonna do it again here just to show it. And that got blown up. See, and that happens actually all too often. So we can go up the wide sail here. Out route. This time we use the apprentice corner. And that cuts and we make a throw over the DB's head. Blockers in position. Very nice. Oh, one trap it looks like. Double team Cameron Hayward, and unless you want trouble. And the blocks pick up nicely. Look at that. Boy, that's a nice hit stick though. Jeez, that ball's supposed to come out. The dive week, I actually really like this dive week. Against the right look, it does very, very well. I'm gonna run the slants again. Oh, we're about to take a sack. I was waiting on that slant. Definitely gonna take a sack. And now, when you're in these offenses, you're not gonna wait for those routes to open up. You take the first thing that's there, because this is not a passing offense. Cam Hayward coming off again, blowing things up. Very disruptive. I might use the Steelers. I might give them a shot. I like the defense. There goes some good blocking again. That's the power run flipped. Alright, so I'm gonna do a couple more and then I'll get into some gameplay. I got two games that I recorded earlier this week, and I'm just gonna drop those in here for your consumption. Now I'm not gonna talk you through the gameplay because I mean it's a running offense. It's pretty straightforward. You will see that I use gun tray wide flax a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 snaps, and spread once or twice as well. Like I said, those are the 2 passing offenses that I'm eventually going to put together a mini scheme for as well. So you'll have a little something to run out of Broncos. The first snap and tray wide flax, you'll see I run with the wide receivers to the short side of the field. 99% of the time I run with them to the wide side of the field. So don't see that and think it's a smart thing to do. I just knew that I was going to be able to get it to the running back fast, so I rushed it out.